We gotta
Okay.
I
establish
would
a
like a
means
long
for
rest for
doing
voting.
so.
I vote long rest.
Right. Remember, long rest is like 12 hours.
Which means we have to establish watches.
And more to the point, there may be patrolling bullshit.
I mean, we have a reasonably defensible position. There are only 2 approaches.
You know what would be
Plus-
better? Well, we already. Never mind. We are. Well,
No, we
Nah,
don't.
We
have
could
already
Revenginieers
create
yet.
wall.
was gonna say, yeah, we don't want to go back.
And we don't know there aren't. There are other ways to approach that place. So
I say
but
we
like
check
this
around
side-
in this room. I say we check around in this room first. There's a little doorway up north.
Pew.
Yeah, there is a door there.
The
And
hell?
there is a
Pew 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 pew
And
pew
there-
pew 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 pew.
What is that?
What is that, and how do I do it so I can do it all night?
Betty, for defeating round 1 of the enemies in this environment.
oh,
Wait, what you
Can
telling
do
us?
fireworks?
Congratulations, game show contestants.
there's a booming voice that comes from the ceiling.
What the hell?
You're Ben's talking in
Keeper got some new toys, apparently.
Keeper had these, he just doesn't use them very often. Keeper had these, he just doesn't use them very often. There, now with slightly less push to.
What's that site with all the logs of the various things in different rooms? Paranormal things? No? I'll remember it eventually.
Oh, and in case people didn't see, I changed my profile picture on Roll20.
I saw that. I
Yeah, I
wasn't-
know this.
You've also proceeded to break the webcam for me.
Yep.
I turned mine off.
That's the one. SCP Foundation.
So Ben is now an SCP.
Game show of death.
Okay, I do have the recording working, so you guys are live. Ish.
That's hilarious.
But not Memorex,
Oh, the other place.
Never.
as previously
memorized.
established.
So, what's the party going to do?
All right, so how is everyone doing on health?
I got 11. I am less than half.
All right, yeah, you're
I'm
in pretty
full.
awful shape.
I've also lost my ability to come back if I die, so that's kind of important to me.
Well, I don't
that's,
see why that's important information.
I'm
Let's
down
move
5.
on.
You've only had to use that once. You're probably fine. In terms of spells, I have a
I'm doing okay for
warlock
now.
spell slot left, and that is it.
Yeah, I'm down to
How's everyone
about.
else doing?
I'm down to a
Um,
little less than 2/3 my capacity. So just above half.
How's everyone else doing on spells?
I'm full.
I'd like to prepare some spells.
All right,
I'm
like-
down
okay.
to 2 out of 3.
Sounds like as a
Sturm.
party we're at about 2/3.
Sturm, what are you at?
I said just above half.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, about 2/3, about half. Well, let's not put the monk up front.
Well, I should say, are we going to further explore this area or attempt to secure this area and rest here?
There's a door up to the north, correct?
Right, and there's an open passageway to the
There's a-
south.
Right.
I
I
thought
mean,
we create a base of operations. Just so
I
that
don't
we can
mind,
stay
like-
some-
Setting up a guard or a trap on the door.
I mean, yeah, if we want to rest back in this area, maybe the better spot, because then we have this pit of really hot water between us. Also, cooking water.
I like this side. It's got the stalagmites. We don't know something won't come at us.
I
from the
like this
north.
side. We don't have to risk going over this water.
And hey, you got a full health gimbal who can act as a guard.
Oh, we do.
I'm at full health too, so.
I am. Yeah, I think just Eitri took a massive beating last time. Which
He's not happy about that low health
Oh,
thing.
man. Yeah, well, you did pretty much secure our victory. Single-handedly with a dwarf bag of holding.
Which was awesome.
Okay, dwarf.
I'm still so proud of us for our Poke Dwarf.
That will be a thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Gimbal, I choose you.
Imagine
we
the
nickname-
dwarf going at Pikachu with an axe.
That needs to be drawn. Well, no, Halberd.
Gimbal.
Poke.
Just slightly different than a poleaxe.
Gimbal.
Gimo!
Gimbal.
Anyways. That's going to be a thing for a while.
Oh God.
Okay.
So that was actually pretty terrifying. I'm pretty sure that was just him reading ahead.
Or him facepalming at Jazz.
That's hopeful. So
Yeah, so I kind of want to check that door up north. I'm not against resting again.
I don't want to open that door at all until we've rested or attempted to. I would take a peek around the corner in the south since it's wide open.
Short or long rest, because we like getting some more spells back would be good, but I don't think we're critical on that at the moment. Me getting back up to half would be good. Also,
Nick needs a long rest if he wants to change spells.
right, I think we may be able to save that. What spells do you have, Greshik?
I have enough, and I wouldn't be changing spells. I'd be adding spells. I haven't added my new levels or wisdom modifier to the amount of spells that I can.
Oh, okay. Oh God, you upped your wisdom modifier. Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Noted. I think we may be able to get away with a short rest, because if we short rest, I can drop another level 2 heal on Eitri, and then just regain those spell slots back.
Yep, but he won't be able to do that on a short rest.
Long rest only.
No. I think maybe do a short rest, and then our next rest we do maybe consider a long rest.
Yes, I would
that's
agree.
just my thoughts.
All right, that's fair.
Works.
Anybody have any objections?
I'm fine with a short rest.
Take a bit of a breather. I can heal Eitri up with
Let's
another.
Post some guards
Right.
and decide where they're going to be posted.
Also, hold up. How long of a spell is that?
So long.
How long is a short rest? It's like an hour, or is it more?
1 hour,
An hour.
yeah.
Yeah, the mage
if
armor's
we
still
do-
good.
If we do it takes me an hour. Well, I have all the stuff for Find Familiar. Do I have this? If magically we had the time for me to do it, would I theoretically be able to do it here?
You can try.
All right. That takes an hour. And then I'd have
Kind of
a
funhouse familiar you can end up with.
fairy.
Oh, right.
Oh, my familiar's been created since I was in Buffalo last.
All right.
I just haven't had the chance to friggin' summon her.
Several levels later.
Right, so, but that will take up a spell slot, won't it?
Well, what I'm laughing at is the familiar didn't help at all. And Sturm's got one.
Yeah, I should have used it.
Damn it! Stop forgetting you have a familiar, Sturm. My familiar will at least have a tiny little short sword.
Sorry, I still have this irrational fear of putting my familiar out there because I still treat it as like I don't want my familiar to get hurt.
Have you read Find Familiar?
Oh no, I know how it works. I just can't distance myself from the idea
old
of
thoughts.
familiars being extremely vulnerable, and when they die, terrible things happen to you.
Oh yeah, because you used to go to like grief and that kind of stuff, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Which is no longer a thing.
So
Now
thematically,
you just
I
kind of
still
go.
think of them that way. No, I'm not letting the goblins shoot at my bird.
All right, so
I'll get over it.
you know what? I'll save that for the long rest. All right. So I'm going to heal Eitri with a level 2 heal wounds. Cure wounds. So that is 2d8 plus 4.
Who turned the lights up?
Oh my!
You have all died. No, I'm working on things. Just keep playing.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
All right, let's hope I
I'm
don't
not-
roll like balls again.
I'm at 28 out of 33 hit points, so if we need to keep it down to run or one rest so somebody can watch guard, I can watch. And
We have a full health Gimbal. Gimbal, you need a short rest to recover your
Second
bullshit fighter shenanigans, don't you?
I didn't actually use any.
You didn't use your second win?
Oh, you
No,
no, he
because
used
I
it
didn't
before
hit.
the last short rest.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Yes.
Alex, oh, that's a good roll.
Yeah.
You recover 16 hit points.
I'm back to full.
Perfect. I kind of thought it was bad for me taking that, like, cure wounds because I was, like, quadruply redundant, but having that on a spell slot that recovers every short rest is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's a second level spell. I literally started as it got it as a first level spell, but can cast it as a second level spell. It's great. Alright, so
I would be upset if
Short
I didn't
re-
know what you had to give up to do that.
right. I still don't regret my level in Bard. I'm just trying to figure out when I can take a second level so I can get frickin' Jack of all trades. So
So we can post gimbal on the door.
on the door, do we want to creep around and check the opening carefully, looking for traps?
Nope.
It's only a short rest.
I mean over here, just to make sure it's not like, 7 angry ogres around the corner.
I'd rather take the 7 angry ogres as they come around the corner than bumble into them.
That's why I'm like, should we have somebody like our sneaky rogue creep up around the corner and just check it out? Like, I literally
I can
need to
do that.
like hear, just so we can
Well,
see what we have ahead of
on the
us.
Yeah, we should send somebody to sneak that way.
Yes,
That makes
like our
sense.
rogue.
Yep.
Do be
So
mindful of
I'm
the
working.
traps.
I'm doing a profile picture for Gimbal. Yeah.
A what?
A profile picture for Gimbal.
Oh, jeez. Is it him fighting Pikachu?
No, it's a Pikachu with an halberd and a beard.
I can't wait to see this picture
My God.
when it's
I
done.
see nothing.
All right. So can you
Okay, let's do this.
So yeah,
Where's
sneak,
my view?
sneak up around
Yeah,
the
peek around
corner
the corner.
while looking for any traps.
Okay, first thing,
Yeah, don't go
I
too
want to
fast.
go as stealthily as possible. I want to go through the shade, close to the walls. I need to
Alright.
roll anything?
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
10. I'll take it. Okay. Then I will want to advance carefully, being full of any signs for traps or enemies. And I want to check that corner there.
Well, around the corner, it goes down a corridor and comes to a door.
Okay.
Solid. That's all we needed to know.
I want to check the door.
No. Ah. God damn.
Not a whole lot we can do. We see Bernard disappear, and Roscoe's just like,
Yeah.
wait!
Wait.
I'm not touching
There's
the
just
door.
like waits for like this wave of acid to come washing around the corner.
Yeah.
And what's left of the
Bernard's
dissolve.
bones.
Yeah. Keeper, I'm not touching the door. I'm just kind of watching, seeing the frame, the wall around it, to check if there is anything suspect, at least anything obviously suspect.
Alrighty. We'll check. I see. Well, give me I believe it is a perception check.
13.
Alrighty. Excuse me.
Find out what's wrong with the door yet?
Yeah. He walks up to the door. And he looks up and he looks at it, and you notice that in the ceiling there's a rather conspicuous slot. Like if you were looking straight at the door, above the ceiling, against one of the cavern walls that this door has been built to, there is a very obviously carved out slot about a hand width wide.
Okay. That's all I see.
Well, that's the obvious thing, yes. And it does look like there is something. There is some kind of mechanism at the top of the door that's pressed. It's like a half circle of metal that sits on the door.
Okay. At this point, I will go back and tell this to the rest of the gang.
Alrighty. What can you guys see, by the way?
We can see all of the room that we're
What
in.
we could see.
The passageway back here to there, and the passageway to here.
Yeah, I'm not
And
sure
that's
why
about
it's
it.
not showing you beyond when he was around the corner.
Oh no, I saw that while he was around the corner. I saw the door.
Yeah, weird. It didn't, update for me. It's very odd because of ownership of things or something.
Oh yeah, I have access to his character sheet, right?
Right. And that's where the things start to get real funky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
are we gonna need to name a weapon Gimbal's regret?
Right. And I can see everything because Conrad was controllable by everyone. Well, there's probably other characters like that. So that's
No, it should be called Klaus's Revenge.
Who's Klaus?
Just takes everybody else's hand off.
Great idea.
So we should
We should rest and then deal with this.
Yep.
Or should we deal with this with somebody at full health and then rest in case they need to deal with getting health back?
one north guard, one south guard, and everybody else rest.
All right.
Gimbal can do
who
north guard
doesn't-
because he's full. Who else is
So,
not requiring a short rest?
I can do so.
I now have full health.
Well,
Okay, well,
that's
it's
after
mostly
you
for
get the short rest.
No,
We're
it
doing
was because
now.
I healed him, but I now have no level 2, no warlock spell slots left, which I will recover. This
You
is
probably want the rest anyway.
If each
Okay,
of
so
these,
this-
oh yeah,
Rest
he
on the
needs
day.
key points, doesn't he?
yeah. Oh, he does. Right.
Yeah, I'm down
Um,
a spell and 5 hit points, so I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Bernard said he
He's-
had it too. Bernard,
Yeah, I'm
what
fine.
are you down? Are you down anything? You're good.
No, I'm fine. I'm completely
Okay.
fine.
Just let Bernard do south. Let Gimbal do north. The rest of us rest. Wake us up if there's a problem. I mean, we're not even necessarily asleep. They'll
Right. We're just
interfere with our
chilling.
luncheon if there's a problem.
We eaten.
Okay, and we are going to do a long rest next, right? Because I've only got one
Yes.
hit left.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
And
yes. The next,
with
the
our
next rest is my long
backs to
rest.
the stalagmites, might I recommend?
Right. Yeah.
Just in case
Like
something
how
comes
they
from
were
the other
sitting.
side.
I'm meditating.
Ah,
Have we gotten that rope back, or are we gonna leave that there?
Oh, we retrieved that. I think.
everything went dark.
Would we have any difficulty in retrieving the rope keeper?
Only in the fact that you've also pinned it to the wall.
No, that was on Arsa, on the side we're currently on. It was tied to the block
Temporary
that was
object on
summoned
the other side.
on the other side.
Oh, okay. No, that's not
Yeah.
completely true. Someone also pinned it to the wall on the other side.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
It
somebody
never
put a
actually
pipe-
got tied off, though. I put a pin in, it never got tied off to it.
Well, that can't be true because I treated it as such.
You said the
So,
block still
it's
slipped.
stuck.
Yes, but what I'm saying is I still treated it as such and have worked with it as such. So,
Okay, because I just was under the impression that it
Mage
was not
hand.
being
Can I
treated. That's
untie the
only reason
rope and retrieve the other end?
probably. What's the distance on it?
30 feet? Oh, 60 feet on mage hand.
Then yes.
No, 30.
You or
sorry.
Bernard, I suppose, now that I think about it, since he now has
It is
mage
30.
hand.
Yeah. Yep.
What is okay?
Bernard
Hold
has
on. I
mage
should be
hand?
reminded. What does Bernard's mage hand do now that, for reference to everyone else, Bernard switched from assassin to arcane trickster, so he's going to
Oh,
just
good
screw with me
lord.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a much more minor change than some lizards make on me.
Not
Okay.
I
naming
know those
any
lizards, they're
names.
shifty.
Not
I
naming
gotta
any names,
admit,
Dragon Bro.
So far, it is the lizards who want to mess with me the most. By the way, Greshik, you
That
are still
is
on push
true.
to talk.
Thank you.
Okay. Keeper.
Welcome. Yes, sir.
I can store one object on the hand. Okay, I can store one object. The end. I can store one object. The end is holding in a container. Or wait, this is not right. But I think I can use.
GM
I can
also
have.
opens the book.
Yeah, it's
I'll
I
be
can.
right back.
I
I'm gonna
can
go get my
put.
book.
Okay, I can
That's
put the object in a container owned by other creature. Yeah, that's it. And I can put the object there or retrieve it. Like if I'm entering a box, I can use Mage Hand to
You can essentially
get whatever
pickpocket.
is in the box. Yeah, I can pickpocket. Yeah, and I can use Thieves' Tool or disarm traps at range with the Mage Hand. Quite neat.
By the way, the map
Yeah,
is
in
completely
other words,
black.
it actually is pretty clear this. You can do sleight of hand with
Yeah.
the mage hand.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sleight of mage hand.
In addition, you can use the bonus action granted by your cunning action to control the hand.
Nice.
Great.
Where is that?
That's the end of
Where
that.
is that?
It's
At the end of the description.
I can do that already?
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, this was your third level things. So just remember, you will not be as assassinating as before.
Yeah, but
So
I
things you
wasn't
lost
really
are...
using that
Well, I mean, you used it to great effect. That's not underestimating
once.
that. Yeah, and it also like almost one shot killed people, which is kind of its point. But okay. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. Nothing that's really surprising me overly there. We'll see what your spells are like. Eventually.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Okay.
Are we tagging out? Is it my turn?
We're sure.
As I got up, as I got back, Ian got up.
Waiting to find out if we can retrieve this rope or not.
Wait, Jess.
I mean,
what
we're going to need to come back eventually.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave
Jess,
a rope there for our enemies.
an
Jess,
illusion on
what
it.
kind are you using?
Make it not appear to be there. Make it like a snake or something.
Can't
Illusion.
have an illusion that casts that lasts that long or is that far away.
Oh, okay.
Or else I would. Sorry. I definitely talked over you like 3 times, Stalker. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gonna be fun.
Why?
He's drawing. Unrelated
He's
Oh,
to the
okay.
game.
All right. Fine. Sure. Whatever you guys say, I'll believe you.
So, can we mage hand the rope back?
Yes.
Perhaps with his extra dexterous mage hand wielded by the rogue?
Yeah, although I don't think that's going to take anything. This is really more sneaky with it, not dexterous per se.
He can pick things up. Oh, no, you're right. I can too. Yeah. Okay.
Probably can do that. I keep
Oh,
keep an
you
eye
can also
on the
long
door.
range disarm and unlock things.
what?
Yeah.
That
The door
would be
is
stupid
better.
helpful.
That's the super, like, yeah, we're
Sorry,
not
is
going
this
to
a
have to stand next to the
cantrip?
door.
Yeah,
Is this a
you
cantrip?
can just do this all the time now.
Yeah.
Welcome to Arcane Trickster. Why don't people take this class? They're all really dumb.
Sprocket
So
walks
say
up to
it be.
Bernard. Sprocket walks up to Bernard. You're my favorite person.
Bernard raises a scale roll.
Okay, so we should Bernard South, Gimbal North. Anything
Yep.
else we need to do before we rest?
I
don't think we're gonna
I'm
get
good.
any other time anyway. So we'll do that.
Sounds good. I'm continuing to draw dynamic lighting while you guys are. Let me know.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm good. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, so what are you guys doing then?
Our short rest
All right. So if the
with the
short rest happens.
okay.
Uninterrupted. Beautiful. Okay, so now we can decide north or south. South looks pretty terrifying. There's definitely
Let's
a trap on that door.
check
There's probably
out
a trap on the
north.
north door too. Yeah.
Um.
Let's inspect
It's Grand
that.
Truth. There are traps everywhere.
Yes.
True. Oh God, I keep forgetting I actually have mirror image.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
nice one.
excited.
I used that to great effect the last time I ran your character.
I was gonna say you use that to keep me alive. So north or south? Somebody pick.
Someone roll a
South.
dice.
I will.
South.
I got north.
Fine, north.
Well, that wasn't very hard.
Okay.
That's what-
Pretty amenable either way. But
Sprocket looks at the north door, looks at Bernard, looks at the north door. Do your magic.
Okay. Someone please keep an eye on this side.
Trap mage casts disarm.
Disarm. Sorry.
First, I want to check the door.
Oh god.
Did anyone is in detail?
What's
No?
that?
Did anyone
We didn't even look at it.
inspect the door? Did you?
no, nobody has
Oh,
looked
okay,
close
then
enough.
I'm standing like 15 feet away, and I'm trying to assess visually what is in and around the door.
I
Paying
will.
attention to all the details. And stuff.
Conrad will do the same.
Dietrich's looking out very carefully for acid again. He hates acid.
Roscoe's
Right.
covering the south door.
Conrad is lending a Mason's experienced eye to search for traps.
No.
All right.
So,
Gimbal will. Wait, never mind. Carry on.
Carrying on. Just trying to keep everyone in my head where everybody is. I need to make a generic token.
I actually have sort of a Mason's eye as well. Interestingly.
Isn't it with stone? Don't you get trap sense or something? Some shenanigans like
Stone
that
sense.
with stone? Stone sense, that's what it is.
I don't think I get anything like that.
Just as a dwarf.
Yeah, I think it's a
No.
dwarven thing. No?
That
No,
might be
but it
another
was
game.
dwarves come with the option of taking like proficiency with specific tools.
Which I
does,
have
like, the
with.
same. Yeah, you took Smith's tools.
Mhm.
which is
However,
hilarious,
is it
meaning
dark
you
in
could
here?
work as a smith. Now that I think about it.
Stone cunning is what you get.
Yeah.
Anything related to the origin of stonework.
Oh, look at that.
It is history checks pertaining to stonework you get advantage.
Gimbal
No,
will
wait.
also help. Look at the door.
All right, this is the north door, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't needed watching the south entrance, was I?
No, Roscoe's got it.
All right,
Yeah.
move up there next to Bernard. I will also lend one of my many weapons for poking tests if needed.
Probably gonna use my weapon as like a blind man's stick. Actually, that was my plan.
Gimbal's like strapped with weapons.
It was an accident, but I'm not sad about it.
Unintentional awesome. All right. Well, Bernard's checking the top door, right?
Yep.
I got a
Yeah.
little confused on who was doing what. All right. Well, you can give me a perception check, I guess with advantage, since you have lots
Okay.
of eyes.
Nice.
21.
So 22 and 7. With advantage, 22.
Doesn't appear to be any traps.
Okay. I will cast my mage hand. Actually, for that, is there any obvious pull or what do you think you used to open the door?
You have
Oh,
thieves'
like a
tools,
handle?
don't you?
Yeah, the handle. Is there any handle, anything obvious to open and close the door?
There's a doorknob.
Door no. Okay.
A doorknob. Oh,
Is it-
Jesus.
I will.
Don't trust the doorknob.
What is that
Okay.
device?
Yeah.
Push.
Clear
I'm walking
this
10 feet
file.
back. I'm walking 10 feet back, and I will just mage hand and try the doorknob to open the door.
I'm gonna back up as
Conrad
well.
backs away.
Dietri hides behind Conrad.
I will hide behind a stalagmite.
Just
Show
imagine
off.
this like boxing glove on a spring comes out.
No. I'm still there because I just learned magic, so I'm not very at ease with it yet. So I'm kind of trying to focus to do the thing at it.
Sprocket sees you concentrating and goes, Bernard, do you need me to coach you through it?
Well, it won't hurt.
What could possibly go wrong?
I don't actually know how to mage hand, so I'm going to be a terrible coach.
Another eyebrow rises.
Every
Roscoe
eyeball
feels like-
forever.
Bernard has this. It's gonna be okay. It's a cantrip.
But yeah, I'm trying to open the door.
Okay. You turn the door and it swings.
In or out?
Inside or outside?
In.
All right.
Okay. What do I see from where I stand?
A corridor going to the north that curves and goes
Okay.
east.
Okay. I turn to the rest of the guys and go. We'll check. You 5 steps behind.
Keep checking for traps.
Oh yeah. Goodbye. When I go to the door frame, I give a look around to check any traps.
All right. How far are you going to go down?
I'm standing on the door frame. I'm just checking on the side if there is any.
Literally just need a.
Gimbal will stay about 10 feet back, but
Each
follow
tree
him
stands next
as
to
far as he
Gimbal.
goes.
Or next to Conrad. Wait. Never mind.
Gimbal?
I kind of can't talk. Forget me.
Who's got a frame and no picture?
My token so I can check for line of sight.
Ah, okay. No, that's actually a really good idea.
Yep.
I can't see the board.
That was going to be my next question. Are you sure? Can you see part of it or none of it?
I see blackness entirely.
I can
That's
stuff.
because you were blind.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise!
Is anybody else not able to see? Also, I didn't set a timer for that pizza. Crud.
No,
Oops.
I can see perfectly. So
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, Google. Set a timer for 15 minutes.
Starting.
Thank you, Google.
You're welcome.
That's not what Google sounds like, damn it.
I didn't know Google was a brunette.
She dies.
because she makes sex.
With the knife?
Yes.
Okay.
Kinky as fuck.
Edit.
If Google was a kinky as fuck brunette?
I just love the way you asked me to remind you about pizza in 15 minutes.
Huh.
Mm.
Well, I didn't know I could get that upset.
I'll put it. While I'm at it, I'll put a bounty on your dog.
This has gone off every rail that has ever existed. Right! So, now I can see everything that you guys can see. And you guys only took a short rest, right?
Yes.
Sprocket didn't try summoning a familiar?
No, I need to get my spells back, and I was literally out of spell slots because I healed up Eitri, so I couldn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that on the long rest.
Does that take a spell slot for you?
I
Like, it's a
would
legit
assume
question.
it does.
I just thought about that.
I'm
Might not?
I'd be willing to play it as if it does or if it doesn't. That is entirely
Well,
up to
let's
you.
Look real quick.
Let me check my warlock shenanigans.
Main, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's like
Back
the
of the
one thing you
chain.
can cast as a.
Can
Path of
cast
the
as a ritual. Right.
Oh, sweet.
Just takes longer.
Yeah.
It takes an hour. Wait, no. If it's cast as a ritual, it takes longer than an hour.
Right. Well,
Isn't
the
that what we
ritual
figured
adds
out?
10 minutes, but Keeper's House rule is it adds
I
an
think
order
it's
of
going to be
magnitude.
a we'll take a
Day.
long rest.
All right. But would I?
Because that is
have-
a
would I
weird,
be able-
like, it's a ritual no matter what, so you can't recast. It's like, well, why then does it?
Would I be able to still get the rest, or would that be taking up all of my time? Hence, no rest. I'm assuming the second one.
It'd probably be the second, because it would take that long.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
Because you have to be
sense.
doing nothing.
Right. Or, or very, very, very little, which is not performing a fucking ritual.
Right. Those are some nice
All right.
stains, Ian.
We'll see. We'll see what kind of condition I'm in. I may be able to just survive off my, I don't necessarily need my first level spell slots. I may be able to just survive off my second level. So,
Don't want to risk it though.
I mean,
We'll figure it out as we go. You
having
can
my
always-
familiar means I can cast touch spells, such as healing, from a distance. I can have my
Well-
familiar land on you and cast through them.
Plus, the familiar is a non-stop aid in combat,
Right.
so you can just be giving
And she
people
can
advantage all the
fly.
time.
Oh, that's right. I can place her and do things. Well, I can place her and do things like give Bernard somebody who's next to them and in melee
Yeah.
range.
She doesn't give you a second attack. You can
Right.
you can forego your attack to allow her to, but which
She
means if
has
you
a
find
tiny
a wee
sword.
tiny long sword that's magic, then you could give it to her. Be about that big.
I was gonna say it would be a toothpick.
Yeah, an enchanted
Letter opener.
toothpick.
Ferocious pin of death.
Can I give her like a straight pin? A
One of
needle,
those
maybe?
little Swiss Army penknife.
Oh my god, stiletto. Like-
Stiletto's too big. It's
A
very
needle.
mad.
A sharpened sewing needle.
Aren't they all sharp?
No,
They're
like
sharp.
into a blade.
I may have to work on that for her.
Okay. Anyways.
So, Bernard was checking for traps, like at the door frame, just on like looking at just the other side of the door to check for traps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, who's got torches, lights, and things like that? Because I've slowly realized you guys are in a cave.
I can cast light on anything.
I have infravision.
I have.
They have
torches.
dwarf vision.
I
Yeah,
also
but
have
how
torches
far?
in case we run out, but
So do
I have a rock we can light.
I have torch.
Yeah. Well, actually, having a rock with a light is not a bad idea. Then we can
I
just
offer
toss
up my
the rock
green
forward.
clad rock that I picked up
Oh, so
last.
that's a rock you found?
Yep.
Actually,
Who wants me to?
I have the lantern.
You have a lantern.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can be using that.
I also have in the bag of holding 10 torches in the bag of holding.
Right.
False. 3 torches, 1 torch in the bag of holding. Wait. 9 torches in the bag of holding. Let me get the right column.
Jesus, man.
10 torches. Wait, that's pittons. 1 torch, that's hammers. 9 torches. Ah.
Okay, and a halfling has no special vision. Got it.
No.
That's the normal.
I can generate some light with prestidigitation.
It's not much.
But
We
it's-
might as well.
You're
Yeah,
just-
better off
minimal.
with your conjured thing, as we've said before.
Oh, is it really that much more light? I thought it was really
Yes.
weak also.
They're
No,
both
like-
really weak. It's just
Prestidigitation is like a
better.
little, like, glimmer of light.
candle, like a
It's not even
less
a
than
candle.
a candle, I think. But we might as well just have Gresher cast light on a rock and go from there.
Yes, let me just cast light on a rock.
Here's my rock.
Cast light on it.
Well, I'm gonna use my conjured thing
Light has been cast on a rock.
and
Hey.
and cast light on the arrow that is currently knocked in my crossbow. That is to say, I will put a conjured arrow in my crossbow.
Do
That's
you
fair.
never
Makes
have
sense.
to actually get ammunition? Can you just conjure up ammo?
Yep.
Jesus.
Nice.
Is it? Yeah, but I think it's an action to conjure. So
I have been cracking and firing actual ammunition, but yes, in a pinch, this is just fine.
Okay.
well, actually,
That is
more
good
of
to know.
in preparation. If he's going to take one shot, yeah.
Or I need a spear. Spear throw.
Although that's
Cool.
too big.
Oh, right.
Can we go check the rooms now?
Yeah,
Yes.
Each
My
is very,
javelin.
very interested in the rooms.
no, too long. Hand axe.
Javelin
Alright.
more than 3 feet. Oh well.
Anyways. What do your dragon eyes see?
I throw my rock down the hallway. We have light down the hallway.
What
bad
do they
idea.
see?
Well, down the hallway, you see hallway. Just it curves up to the north. Like until you guys move, you're not going to be able to see more.
He was checking for
but-
traps specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the door.
he hasn't found any.
Okay.
Okay.
Not so far.
All the
I could make
Follow
some
the
for you if
hallway.
you'd like.
He was waiting for those words. You find no traps on the door.
Okay. Well, yes. Bernard, what do you?
I will move here, and as I get here, I will cover the lantern and see if there is any light up ahead.
You mean besides the rock that Eitri
Alright.
threw down the hole?
Hmm?
Besides the rock that Eitri threw down the hole?
I know there's light behind me, but I just want to check.
Eitri took the rock and chucked it down the hole.
Oh. Okay, that.
There goes light discipline.
Yeah.
Meh.
Okay. So where's Idris rock? I need to know that so I can know where to go.
It's probably here.
I'm pretty strong, so I feel like
Yes, but the hallway curves.
They're also
Yeah.
It's not a problem of how far you can throw. I mean, it's going to hit a wall at some point.
Okay, how much light does it project? Because if I have enough light, I'll just shut down the.
Well, it
The
sheds like
lantern.
60 feet or so.
Okay, I turn off the lantern. Pull
Say,
it back in
what
my backpack.
rock are we using? Like, people are just talking about, like, it's a light
the
on a
rock
rock spell.
that-
Like, okay, you have to ask
Yes.
Ninna how much light his light spell sheds.
20 feet.
Bright light,
Is
20
that
foot
right?
radius, and a dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay,
my rock is the puke green one that I found when you told me I failed at search.
should be enough. I guard my lantern again, and I'll try to move across the shadows projected by this rock light, and I'll try to check, get up to here on these. I'll try to get where this room comes out, and I'll try to check what is around me. I'm trying to be stealthy. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah, I
I
got
would
it.
say.
And you wanted to see what was in that room?
Yeah, I'm peeking.
Inside that room, there are, like, laid up against the walls, like, wooden cutouts of monsters that have been painted on, have like monsters painted on them.
Anything is reflecting any light? Like, doesn't seem that there is any glass or precious stone or gold or something like that?
Not.
And no movement, right?
Nothing in here is moving.
Okay. Then sneakily up here. At this point, I think I'm starting to get away from the light of Nina's spell, right?
Maybe. Are you not picking up the rock?
I'm not.
Okay, hold on. I'm clearly going to have to actually make some light.
Mostly because I really want to use a source of light I have.
I had such a bad feeling about these cutouts.
They're just
It's
cardboard.
also- It's
So it's
they're just cardboard. It's just Grimtooth.
Throw the rock at the cutout and see what happens.
That was going to be my thought. Just pelt the damn thing.
all right, guys. Unfortunately for you, light.
No!
Okay, so I have the
Oh, there you
I have the 10-foot radius or whatever, right? With the little one.
And you said. Let me look at your. Yep.
I'll
yeah,
try
I will
to-
get yours set, sir.
Okay, yeah, no
This will
hurry
also
on mine.
make us remember light a lot more.
Right, that's the other thing. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is actually just easier to.
Yeah, it's worth the setup
It is
time.
one of the things that it's like, okay, this is why this is worth it.
Right.
Okay, so what are you doing up there then?
Okay, I'm still trying to.
Keith is ready.
There we go.
Probably ready. Thank goodness.
The
'cause I'm
beeping's
really
in my
hungry.
brain.
Pizza's ready, big boy.
Oh lord.
I want that to be a
Radiating
Google
dim light
voice
out to
back.
5 feet. Okay, so not
Take
huge,
a
but
left here.
effectively a candle.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do a test with Sturm. Yep. Okay.
Is that what I get? I can see out to here.
Yeah, here, I'll move you. Oh, yeah. Also, I should probably make sure all players see light, because that's true.
Can I make a toss against the cutout with my rock?
You're not up there.
Where did I go? Why am I near that door in the south? Covering the, like... Hold on.
My connection has been interrupted. Uh-oh.
I'm not all the way down there.
Yes, just don't move anything.
Like where you left him.
Because I'm having internet woes suddenly.
Oh.
Sorry. Like, you're like, why am I all the way down here? And I went, what are you talking about? Okay, now I need to, apparently. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I had actually moved you back after my test move, and it decided not to. Which was annoying.
So... It looks like I don't have any dim light range.
No, you only have dim light.
Okay. So that's what I get.
Yeah, it's not like bright light, dim light. It's light. Where does the dim light start? It's a
Right.
silly way of writing it down, but...
So here's my other question. Can I see other people's lights through the darkness?
Yes, if it were there's only one other light. That's
You
been
have to
thrown
remember,
down the hallway.
most of us have, like, dark vision or infravision.
Right. This is primarily a problem for me.
And the Dragonborns, I believe?
Yep.
Yeah, it's you and the Dragonborn. Ethan,
Damn
do you have
Dragon.
dark vision?
I think so. I'm checking.
kind of odd. Oh, all players see light. That changed.
Yeah, dark vision, 60 feet.
Nice. So you can see this the same as I can.
Yeah, Sturm. Up to the north, that's where they threw the light, so they kind of left you in the dark.
Thanks, guys.
Anytime. Always happy to leave you in the dark.
Aw, that's, like, not nice.
Whoever said Sprocket was nice.
Touche.
Just because people like him doesn't mean he's nice.
Some people like him. Some people tolerate him.
Bitter.
Some terrible, terrible people.
Anywho, let me check that pizza before it burns.
That's fine.
You better do that.
Oh, that's so warm.
I will use the moment to go to the bathroom.
He's that
Sounds
guy who
good.
you keep around because he's useful. But
Who's
he
Sprocket?
never misses an opportunity to rub your face in how useful he is at a given moment.
Of course not. Have you met Sprocket?
Otherwise, you'd forget.
Otherwise, you'd forget. You'd be inclined to forget rather quickly how useful he is.
Let's be honest, you people wouldn't get anything done without me.
Dietrich begrudgingly
We're
agrees.
not really getting anything done anyway.
I disagree. We have carefully navigated some section of hallway without setting off any traps.
I was gonna say, none of us have run into a trap yet. That's an accomplishment.
That's a win for the night so far.
Right. Until we run into a trap, we have a big fat W. Fly the W.
I mean, if you would like to, run naked through Grimtooth, out ahead of us, you're welcome.
If I did, I would have already.
No, please
Not go
do
so well for
that.
EP the last time. He's not excited about this plan. We're really throwing the rock against the cutouts, though, right? Like, that's happening.
Say what?
Like, the rock against the cutouts so we can figure out what the hell they are.
That is the plan that Sprocket wants to do. But we also don't know they actually exist yet, because he hasn't gotten back and told us.
Oh, fair.
And
Yeah.
the rock cried out, "No hiding place."
Not sure what that's a reference to.
Babylon 5 episode.
Oh. It's been a couple years since I've seen Babylon 5. You have to remember that.
That's an apocryphal portion of the Islamic teachings. It's pretty messed up.
Ah, sorry about that. Desperately hungry. I return. What'd I miss? Did everybody die?
Nothing.
Your face.
FYI, I don't see my dark vision kicking in on the map.
Okay. Let me check something. Gee. You got 60
mine
foot,
is.
right? Yeah, some of my changes didn't go through. That should fix it for you, Jazz.
It did, thank you.
You're welcome. Is anyone else blind when that shouldn't be?
I don't think I am.
I have all lines that I should have.
Okay.
Still, the order. Alright, what's happening?
I have no idea.
Waiting to hear what we saw in the other room.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We
We're
sent
waiting
a
to hear from
scout.
Bernard.
You see almost nothing.
So, no sort.
If you go any further, there's not much to see. It's a larger cavern, but the light does not extend far enough for you to see the walls.
Yeah. But I do not see any other source of light, right?
Nope.
We'll probably have to get some torches out.
We've got plenty of torches.
Okay. I try to pay attention to see if there is any sound. Anything that make me pause.
No.
Okay, I bring out my lantern and ignite it again. Actually, no, I won't do that. Sorry. Pick the stone and carry it. Can,
You're going
can
to
I
what?
do that? Pick the illuminated stone and throw it to the middle of the room. I'll do
Okay.
that.
Lands about there.
Haha.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, you
Nice.
throw it about 30 feet, you guess. Seems like a middle.
Okay.
I'm going to move my character up as well. I
I'm
mentally to be
hiding in the
following.
shadows.
Dimitri
What-
decides to walk in the doorway too.
What can I see?
This is a very large. Actually, let me make sure that that's right. Just realized I'm. Yes. Well, you throw it down further, and as you are walking, as I'm presuming that you're like checking for traps everywhere you're going because you're the rogue.
Yes. I'm completely paranoid about this
If you
place.
Like
have a
you told me you
sufficiently
were doing that earlier, so I presume that you're checking for things.
Oh yeah, completely
Roxco is
paranoid.
double checking behind him with his limited capacity.
Give me a perception check for moving down this second half of the hall.
Okay. 20. Not a natural. It's a 17 plus 3.
All right.
Spiffy.
There's a large section of the cavern floor which appears to be natural but looks like it's been constructed out of plaster. It's about a 5-foot wide square.
Located in the hallway.
Right. Yep. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle of the hallway, like around
right in front of
here. Okay. Mage hand, focus.
Nothing happens.
Roscoe passes him a 3-foot stick.
Dimitri is now
Okay.
up behind Roscoe.
Move a step back and use stick to try to see if I can perforate the thing.
Couldn't you also summon like that big old thing of lead to see if we can?
Oh, certainly.
That's way heavier than any of us. Actually, false. We don't want to break it if we don't have to. So
Yeah.
we need to see if one of us can be held on it.
I'm still trying to focus.
I
Nothing
mean, we can
happens.
go around it too, right? Like it's not. Or
Yeah.
does it cover the width of the whole passage?
I guess nothing happens while I'll try to repeatedly poke it. I'm just listening to munching.
Well, I couldn't quite hear what you said.
He said,
He
"I guess
poked it.
nothing happens while I poke it with this 3-foot stick."
Nope.
Okay, I pass the
Suddenly quite
stick
a
back.
color.
Let's
I-
put something heavier on it.
All right.
I-
So I give him my.
Okay. I say I prefer to give a look at the room before we start to mess around.
This one behind us.
No, the one in front of us. Avoid that one. You guys avoid that one.
All right.
Walk
Sprocket just
around.
assumes it's trapped.
Yeah. I walk around the plaster and try to give a good look at the large room.
Okay. This is just a very large empty cavern. It's got a big domed ceiling. several stalagmites hang down and have begun to, and stalactites.
Stalactites.
So whatever. I don't fucking care right now. And okay, fucking cave shit is in here.
Okay. Okay. Which hand poke the roof cave shit?
Okay. Nope. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Is that room back further that they're near the room with the cutouts in it?
It's further ahead.
I didn't
I'll-
catch the whole question, Ben. Sorry.
Is this room back here the one with the cutouts in it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, staying the fuck out of that room.
Okay. After this, I go back to the party. I explain what I see. I tell everyone to avoid that bit on the middle of the hallway. I tell everyone to avoid the room with the cutouts. And I ask what they want to do next.
I say we check out that room in front of us further.
There seem to be a lot
Did
of
we-
entrances and exits to that room.
Were we ever told of a goal of this? Was it just survive?
Yeah,
You're scored on the amount of treasure you bring out.
Okay. That changes things. So we need to find treasure to win this shit. So we need to be searching. We need
For the
to.
room.
Sorry, what'd you say, Alex?
See the entire room. Like, I can see the rooms beyond this room. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Oh, yeah, there does seem to be a hallway to the northeast-ish.
There's 2 hallways. In the big room, there goes bigger rooms.
light should be revealing that there are hallways there.
Yeah.
And you have
Uh-huh.
dark vision, so you may see a little further. So
Yeah, no, I see. There's a hallway to our north in that room, and to the north, well, I guess.
Yeah, it's 2
northeast.
hallways to the north. One on the left, one on the right.
Right.
Looks like maybe an
Did the
opening
rock get
south.
chucked into that room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did the
shall we-
rock return?
Shall we advance into that room, avoiding the plaster?
Why did the rock return?
Magic?
Yeah. It's
That could be
Yeah,
a
no,
literal answer, I suppose.
No, I'm pretty sure it's still in the middle of this room.
like this,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Okay, so do we just want to check out this room? We need to find treasure. We found awful and pain so far.
Okay. You don't think
Take a
there's
look
anything?
at cutouts for chests
room
and
with the-
I will prefer to survive, but
I would
I
too.
would
I'd
force
also
you
prefer to
guys.
win.
winning is a big deal.
life is a treasure.
Hey, the reputation of the Revenginieers is on the line here.
It
I
is.
don't-
It really is.
I don't care.
I don't know that anything recommends one room against the other as far as survival or treasure.
Do
But I
we
do
want
think
to
we should
take?
clear things in a systematic fashion.
Yes,
I don't
I
wanna
don't
leave
think
a
we
room
should leave
behind.
a room.
Go from bottom to top.
Do we want to take that rock and chuck it at the cardboard cutouts and
Yes.
see what happens? All right.
Okay. If
Um.
you guys want to check it out, you do that. I will stay here and I will keep an eye on whatever happens.
Bernard, can you mage hand that rock back to us? I'd rather we didn't just walk into that room. Thank you.
The Rock of Power,
alright.
man.
Who's got the best arm?
One question.
I do.
One question. Mage hand is invisible, right?
Yes.
So they are just seeing this bit of light floating all over the place.
Sure.
Okay. Who wants to throw the rock? Probably.
I'm kind
somebody
of
with
attached to the
easy
rock. Can I throw
dexterity.
it?
No, I just mage hand it into the room. I
Alright,
can
you
do
just
that.
threw
I
it.
wanted-
The mage hand threw it.
We wanted to like pelt one of these things.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Each tree really wants to hit something.
Okay, so like at Sprocket's bidding, Roscoe will let loose with his little light arrow at one of these
I
things.
suppose I also could just Eldritch Blast one of them.
You could. It's not really. No need to debate if he already threw the rock. So I will shoot one of these cardboard cutouts with my crossbow if I can see one.
Or whatever they're cut out of.
Wood planks, basically.
Okay.
Am I able to observe any result?
Okay, so you were firing your
Crossbow.
at them. It hits solidly.
Okay. And they're just lined up on the far wall.
They're not like lined up. It's like there are stacks and stacks of them leaned up against the wall. Like there are dozens of them of all various types. There's like really, really big ones that are, out of many planks.
Are there any on the
of
ground?
wood. No, not really. They're not like laying down. The
And
floor
they're
in here is all
various-
gravel.
Somebody with mage hand pull one at a time, just pull a stack forward so we can see what's behind them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll mage head out and try and knock one over. Although 10 pounds of force may not be sufficient.
That's why I'm saying one at a time.
They're made of
If
cardboard. I could just Sacred Flame.
They're
them.
made of
Wood.
wood. They're made of
Um,
wood.
Gimble's going to place his heavily armored ass in this doorway here while this is happening.
We appreciate Gibble's heavily
Side
armored
note,
ass.
for Ninja's for future reference, sacred flame, referring more to the sacred, less to the flame.
Right, I forgot it's a mortar. It's not a fire attack.
Right. It's holy damage. It's radiant.
Right.
So
we
it's
don't
more
have
for
music.
future reference than now.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, all I can think of is crudely painted, not so funny plywood cutout folk art. All I can think of.
Okay.
All right, so are we pulling down
Yeah,
consecutively a
I said I
stack?
tried one. I don't know if it worked or not.
How much can Mage Hand move?
10 pounds of force. Not trying a whole stack, just trying one.
The smaller ones it can.
Okay, so I knock a few down. Anything happen?
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
These are interesting.
Behind them, like on the backs of them, there's like a wooden plank affixed to a hit.
Like a stand. Oh, so a stand.
So we can have a little stand-up army.
I'm waiting for any of these to come alive. What kinds of monsters are there? Are they well known?
Oh,
Are they,
all
made
kinds.
up?
Like all things out of legend. There's great big bears. There's one that's this massive dragon. You're not actually sure how it gets into or out of the room, because it's bigger than the entrance. Which is a little confusing. Most of the rest of them fit. There's creatures of all types. There's this big ball of flesh with mouths on the end of tentacles looking thing. But they're
I'd
all
like to take
2D.
note of all of that.
So
I'd like to put them in a table. Just make my own accounting table because I like keeping track of
Going to
random.
spend time doing that? These aren't treasure. Accountants are boring.
All right.
Says the money guy.
And the floor is gravel. What's the ceiling like in this area? More stalactites?
no, it's dry in here. It looks actually like it's been smoothed, like the walls have actually been worked a bit, so it's been hewn out. Like the whole cavern hasn't been hewn out of solid stone, but it looks like it's been roughly carved back.
There's some mage head this little further south. And there are no further entrances or exits.
No, it's definitely a one-way in-out room. I should say there's no obvious entrances.
Alright. Guys, unless somebody wants to go in there and risk poking around physically.
I will.
Alright. I'll cover
I'm
you.
bored. Alright. Sprocket will slowly make his way in and, like, before each step, kind of, like, double check ahead of him so that he doesn't walk into one of those awful Achilles bullshit things.
Oh, I was
think my
confused what you were talking about.
My
All right.
favorite adjective for this entire dungeon is bullshit.
Yes. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just need to know what you were talking about. So, okay.
Yes.
What are you going to do in the room?
I'm gonna, look around, look behind the stacks, that kind of stuff. Anybody have any suggestions while I'm in here?
Investigate.
Look for trap. Look for treasure.
Don't die.
All
All
good
good
suggestions. None of which are really helpful, though.
Correct.
I have another bolt in my crossbow for reference.
Have fun storming the castle.
I like that I can immediately
Does this-
unlock from that.
Does this look like a safe room that we could rest in?
We just did rest.
I meant for the long rest we're thinking about doing.
I mean, that may be a good idea for the future. Well, I haven't. Let me check it out fully, and then we'll see.
Assuming we can get back here by then.
There's also only one way in or out.
Right, that's pro and con.
That's good and bad. But yes, I'm checking behind the stacks and that kind of stuff to see what all is there.
Well, behind the stacks, it's mostly from smaller ones stacked up to larger and larger ones, so that the largest ones are at the back. But you flip through, and there's actually on the third or fourth one, you find ones that look like the creatures you just fought. And there's all kinds, there's actually almost a spitting image of a couple of them. It looks like they might have been painted or modeled after them. The same very large guy with the plated mail, and the littler ones with the short bows.
Okay. Sprocket will pull one of these out and go, "Hey guys, what do you make of this?" And kind of motion to the fact that it looks exactly like the shit we just fought.
I think it's missing a few holes.
Well, you're still not wrong.
They up or down? They're up, were they standing up or were they knocked over? Dietrich
They're
asked.
all standing up.
Rocking up.
Yeah.
These
Okay.
were in back a couple in the stack. And I'm assuming behind the last one there's nothing. That's not something's hiding behind them leaned up against the wall.
Well, I mean, the last one is the one along the back wall, and that is the dragon one.
The dragon.
Well, you can't move.
Can I look behind it?
Sure. You can try. It's the base is about a foot away from the wall. Behind it doesn't appear to be anything in particular. Just more gravel and stone.
Okay. This looks like a storage room of something. I don't quite know what. Yeah, after finding those, I think we should take a note of what all we're seeing in these stacks. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yes, how long will it take us to make a full listing?
Yeah.
How many of these are there?
Right, that.
And accounting.
How many?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'd like to do that because I do
Dozens,
account.
hundreds, thousands.
It's going to take you a few hours, probably.
Oh.
I am
So there's
for that
just
indefinitely.
You're talking about moving a wall of lumber. These are stacked end to end all across this cavern. And they are stacked 2 arms deep.
Uh-huh.
Well, anybody, I mean, it's a
Don't
good
look for
idea, but I think it would take a bit long.
like to do as many as I can in 5 minutes. Just the ones that are closest to the guys who we've already defeated. Just pictures of those
Set
guys.
them on fire.
That's all I'd like to get done.
That's not a bad idea.
That way I have an idea of what we might see next.
I like the set them on fire idea too, except smoke.
Back
But,
to the account.
are we going to spend several hours just sitting here?
At least
letting-
5 minutes getting the nearest ones.
That's what I'd like to do.
All right.
Yeah.
You
Well,
want
there's
to rest here?
wolves
Conrad, we'll keep a lookout.
and
We're gonna wait
Yeah.
before we rest.
Right, I heard
for
wolves.
mundane ones. There are huge dog-like creatures with no ears and like.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see if I recognize it?
Sure. They kind of look like pit bulls. If you grab like the jowly kind of pit bulls, if you grab their jowls and pulled them back around the sides of their face, so that the teeth are stretched and their lips are stretched out against their teeth.
And then is it 9?
No, nothing you recognize.
Are they
Can I make a
humanoid?
history
They
check?
have 2 legs and 2 arms.
What's that?
Are they humanoid?
Dog-like.
Like on
Canine.
4 legs,
Yes.
dog-like, or
Yes,
or standing on
like a
5
dog.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Can I recognize them?
You have not seen anything like them before.
Okay.
Do I recognize them?
Okay,
From my,
he had a drink or something.
And not okay. One person, and we
Yeah.
all get intelligence rolls. I'm not going one by one by one by one as everyone asks me, and I go through 8 people asking if they recognize them. So no, you've gotten your 1 intelligence roll.
Okay.
I mean, there are hundreds of these, and I'm not doing 800
Oh.
intelligence checks.
Pure intelligence or nature or arcana?
No.
I would say nature.
okay.
7.
No.
Within my 5 minutes, can I move past the Hellhounds or
Sure.
whatever? Okay. That's what I'm calling them. I have no idea if they are.
It's a fair enough name. I should also add they're blue,
Oh.
Hellhound. That's
like the,
crazy.
Blue
the steel
assholes.
blue gray.
Gunmetal dogs from hell. Okay,
All right. Is someone taking notes of these, or do I need to do that?
I'm taking this.
You are. Okay. Cool.
Can I get to the next one?
Sure.
At some point, no doubt, I'll be cut off by Sprocket, who says, that's enough.
Sprocket's giving you 5 minutes, and
I'm
Yeah.
going.
Next ones are, huge piles of, how to describe it? Like it's weird to see in 2 dimensions, but it's like a writhing pile of rats that are all like bound together. Like you can see that their
Horrible,
tails
nasty
are all knotted together, and
Mounds of
It's a rat
rats.
king. It's a rat king.
Yeah.
and it's about like the whole thing is about. It's about a 3 foot tall cutout.
Okay. After the rat king?
There is the it's sort of a amorphous blob with limbs and arms and half moldy skulls floating in them.
A corpse pudding? Okay. I'll beseech you for one more, and then I will acquiesce.
Okay. The next one is
You okay?
I'm never gonna be okay now. Not after the sights that I've seen. The next one... Seriously? The next one is a hare. Larger than a boar. Or it looks somewhat like a hare. But it's larger than a boar. With huge, thick paws. And, like, it's basically oversized everything that you would see from a wild hare. But it's, like, almost muscly and burly looking.
Well, that's what we're in for, I guess. You want to burn them, it's up to you. I've got some record.
I think that fire would look, I want to burn them, but I don't think fire would be a good idea. That's going to be a lot of smoke. And...
Gone excellent ones we've beat so far.
Put some
Hey,
red
don't we
X's
have
on
some
the
guys
ones
with
we
some
need.
acid breath?
Indeed.
Depends on what I've made for dinner.
I have poison.
Jazz wins. Acid
No,
farts?
I said acid breath, not butt scorcher. Or ass burner.
Butt scorcher?
What do you want me to vomit on?
This is a lot of wood. I'm not sure.
Do we want to save the acid breath for a possible use later?
Yeah, an actual
Like-
combat. I don't think these are voodoo dolls.
Or open metal doors?
Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's save that.
Let's move on.
Okay. Let's move north.
What do
Moving
you
on.
want to destroy?
Don't forget the rock.
Yeah, let's grab the rock
Rock.
and move north.
What do you want to destroy?
Don't worry.
Why
about
are we
it.
destroying
We'll come back.
something?
Okay.
We're not, yeah, we're not. We decided
We'll
against
come
it.
back if we get a destructive urge again.
Because-
if the
because-
mob really pisses us
I-
off, we'll come back and break its face again.
Yeah, because I can put that entire room on fire.
Yeah,
talked
like
about
I
it.
said, I think it's gonna make too much smoke. It would be a bad idea. We just
Mind the gap.
Yes, mind Sprocket tour guides it and watch your step, watch your step. All right. So you said this is a cave room.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
And,
appears it's like a stereotypical cavern. There's a shallow pool in the middle. Small blind fish and crayfish hunt in the pool.
Like, ankle deep kind of thing.
Looks like it.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that is.
You're-
It's probably
you're-
water. Yeah, it's probably water, but who knows?
Does not want to poke the water.
Have we disturbed the water?
Not that you know of.
Do we want to chuck the stone
Well,
in?
all except for
Stone probably.
yeah, I was gonna say all except for actually throwing the stone into the middle of it.
Do we want to?
We already did
You've
that.
already done it.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yes, we did disturb it. All
I
right,
forgot about
left
the,
or right?
Left.
Let me check.
Sprocket's still making very deliberate, moves. He's checking around every step he makes, just as a note.
Same.
He's moving slower, but he's also not, getting his legs beat up.
Okay.
Alright, so a door to the left and a
I'm
passageway
using-
to the right.
Yeah, I'm using Mage Hand to throw the light here.
To move the light there. All right.
Yes. I'm at the entrance. Reaction.
All right. Hi. I just suddenly had a cat behind me.
Let's see.
All right. It's a large room. about, well, I mean, it's about 40 by 50 from what you can see inside. There's several large rock formations and full pillars in a few places throughout this
I bet we
cavern.
throw the rock in.
Let's throw the rock past one of the pillars and see if anything casts a shadow to the side. Basically, see if
That's-
something's hiding behind the rock. Yeah,
That
like
will be
that.
my absolute limit.
Okay.
Yes.
I will move here to the middle of the corridor.
Okay. Yeah, you can't see a lot in here, but there's a lot of, like I said, all the formations tend to block you off from seeing most of the room.
I was specifically looking at the lights over to the side, pretty much looking over here to see if I see an additional shadow of like somebody hiding behind a stalagmite or something like that.
Give me a perception check.
I'm down. That's a D12. Where's the D20? There it is. Alright, that's a decent roll, except my perception's not great. 12 plus...
Also, I
Oh,
do
no,
have to
no.
leave the thing in the middle because I didn't delete something, which would have been a dead giveaway.
That's fine. 15.
I will
Yeah, I don't-
respect you. I
I
got
don't
an 18.
suppose that light provides any advantage.
For what?
That perception check.
Perception.
No.
I rolled a 14.
15 for me.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I have an
I
18.
messed up my lungs.
No worries.
Isn't
No
it?
problem.
All right. Nope. You don't see anyone hiding behind any of the rocks.
Should I just have this bad, like...
You know what? We should check out the other hall in a similar fashion. Keep an eye on this
Should
one.
we?
Here's a door.
The other one does have a door.
Oh, it's got a door in front of it. Okay, this one then.
Do you want me to make a noise out here, like something big? This is like, who's next to
Yeah,
me?
yeah. Make a scary noise.
Yeah, I'm specifically talking to like, Roscoe and Conrad, like kind of quietly. Sprocket, let's see, what's the biggest creature Sprocket's seen? Are there...
A bear.
Bear.
Dragon turtle?
A dragon turtle.
Have I heard tales of the dragons that were around my area that I could possibly imitate a noise I've heard they may make?
Give me a nature check.
I'm
Recall correctly,
sorry,
dragons.
that was a very, very presumptive question I had. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I got to laugh at Jazz's
15.
nonsense. I mean, you've heard scary things.
Grow
I
up.
will use minor illusion to make one of those scary thing noises.
Far from us, right?
A large
I mean,
part
I
of
will
the
also
throw
note
it,
that
right?
Eitri has not been moving himself.
It is going to
I presume
be...
you're with the group, so I brought you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell which one I was because I'm zoomed out so far so I can actually see.
Ah,
I'd
I'd say you were the one with the
Red
red
small
skin,
wire.
but you can't tell.
If you create a sound, it can volume from whisper to a scream. It will be, yeah. So it will be. I'll
about-
put it.
Do you know what a barn owl sounds like? Have you heard a barn owl?
Any particular reason I was just gonna make big scary
Because-
noise from like over here.
Well, from
I mean-
from a whisper to a scream, limit some volume, and a barn owl sounds nothing so much as like a banshee personified.
I mean, like,
It's a pretty split and scream if you never heard one.
if you want to make dragon noises, we do have two dragonkin who can just shout in dragonkin,
We
which
don't want to
sounds
make
like
them
a dragon.
from us. We want to.
We don't.
throw
Yeah.
The sound. He has an
I can
illusion.
throw the sound. I can put it 30 feet away. Which is like.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'll do
Same.
it like from over here-ish. I'll make that terrible, awful, scary sound with my illusion.
All right.
Already in action to shoot the first thing that moves.
Where at were you making it?
He chooses
Sorry, I
with
zoned
bow.
out a little bit.
Right
I will-
here.
Well, also ready my bow.
Yeah, same.
Don't see anything?
Alright,
Okay, I'll do something else. I will
can-
make. What can you do?
I could just advance into the room. I'd take a set of that mage armor.
Yeah, but I'll try to make like a replica of myself, running across the room until the limit of my range for the spell.
can it move?
Can I do that?
That is a thing you need to check.
Oh yeah, that's a question. Yeah, let me check. I
It's
can do that.
it is because I know my minor illusion cannot move.
Cannot.
So
Okay.
definitely, yes, definitely check that out.
Okay, then I'll just do that. I'll just keep like make an illusion of myself again, but like standing near that pillar, that pillar in front of us, like here, looking confused.
Oh,
Can I do that?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
And then I say we send in Conrad with the mage armor to check things out.
Also, what's your spell DC?
I can do that too.
I'm gonna need
I have mage armor still.
Which spell do you
My
not
spell
anymore.
DC,
Yes.
it's 12.
Okay. Good to know.
Alex, make sure you do not have back down to 13. He recast it, which means yours expired.
Oh, wait, does it do that?
Doesn't it? No, it doesn't.
No, his isn't
No,
a
his is still up.
concentration.
Mine is still up,
Oh.
yeah.
It's not a
Mage armor
concentration
is
either.
not a concentration spell.
Hot damn! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no. Fucking
It
mage
lasts
armor.
for a long time too, doesn't it?
So that means every time we rest, you should just go mage armor, mage armor, mage armor.
Basically, yes.
Except that
Nice.
uses up like all his spells.
Oh, is
Wait,
it a first level spell?
It is.
Oh, I thought it was a cantrip. That would be a
No.
Oh,
cantrip.
Jesus.
Never mind.
Considering
Yeah, it's
you
way
get
too
it
good
as
to
a
be a cantrip.
class feature if you pick it, no. But only on yourself.
Right. Still stupid.
Yes, you are. I mean,
Also not worth it for me.
so. And no one's actually in the room? Or is there someone going
I
in the room now?
believe we were sending in Conrad.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he can walk in there whenever he's ready.
Do be
Okay,
careful.
I'm just
sir.
looking for someplace on my character sheet to mark a spell effect or something like that.
I don't think there is
Just up my
one.
armor class, and then know that if
Set
mage armor
your
doesn't work, I
base
have
armor
down
class
to
to 13, as long as you're not wearing armor.
Well, no, that puts my total armor class to 19 right now.
That's correct.
Good God!
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah,
Dex
that's
plus
why.
Wisdom plus armor.
Good Christ, man!
No,
technically
Dex
monk.
plus wisdom plus monk.
That's
That's what I have,
That
yeah.
is the wisdom.
Yes, that is the wisdom.
Yeah, the armor is yeah. So yeah. Alright. Well, I happen to know it's 19. Anything new from here?
Nothing that you can see, though there is something that's shining at the back wall. Looks like a
Would Bernard or Gimbal care to come with me, or
Sure.
trail me anyway?
I got this.
Okay. I will flank you.
clank, clank, clank.
Gimbal moves stealthily.
For gimbal.
That word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Okay,
I.
I'm going to stop and, at this point, search very carefully for traps. I don't have any particular advantage to it besides a high perception score.
6.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
you
will
feel like
for traps. I'm really paranoid with this room.
I think all of us are. It's just because
Yeah.
it's like empty room. Stalagmites again.
All right. So, as you walk into the room, is Gimbal attempting stealth?
You know what? Yes.
Everybody roll a stealth roll for me.
All right.
Like everybody.
For everybody who's entering the room.
Yeah.
Right, that's 3 people.
Okay.
That's a 4.
You weren't entering.
21.
It's only people entering the room.
2 of you make your presence known. 1 of you is hiding behind the others and is unseen.
If you want to go ahead and apply a negative modifier for me wearing chainmail, I wouldn't be disappointed.
No, that's okay. To be honest, I think you have disadvantage because chainmail, so I don't have to apply it.
It didn't show up in my
I think
profile
that's
as such.
I think it could be wrong, but I think that's just a property of chainmail.
In that case, it's not showing in that roll, so my roll's an 8.
What are you talking
Wouldn't it be
No.
5?
Rolls a
No,
21.
you'd be at 5. You have disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the
Disadvantage
lower
is
of
you
the
take
2
the
rolls.
lower of the 2.
You would have to specifically get silence chainmail.
Gotcha. Ooh, is that a thing?
Yes.
Gimbal makes a mental note.
Weapons, sure. Doing this one-handed is really tricky, cat.
Oh.
She just looked up at me like, that's terrible.
Uh-huh, am I supposed to care?
No, I think it was more like, please love me, please love me. Yeah, any
Is she
heavy
just
armor
laying on-
gives you... She's just chilling out.
She's just laying on her back in your lap.
Uh-huh. This is a very standard thing for her. This is how we watch TV. This is why she likes Critical Role too. Because it's 4 hours of this. Anyways, yes. Any heavy armor and some of the medium armors give you disadvantage. On stealth.
Hooray for no armor.
Major.
Hooray for no armor. You just rolled like trash, even though your roll doesn't matter right now.
Trash, right, Kitty? They're trash.
That
She's simply
apathetic
cuddling
roll.
there.
It's like big half-orc monk. It's like stealth.
Oh,
Anyways. So.
so,
I forgot. Alright. So, everybody walks in.
No.
Well,
They do.
Those 3 people being everybody.
I'm stealthy as shit.
Alright, there is a... yeah, there's something glinting at the back of the room. Like a light.
Okay. I turned to Conrad's that has the magical armor, right?
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, I've got mage armor on, yeah.
Yeah, I turn to you like I indicate the shooting thing with my head. And I raise my bow to give you cover.
Alright.
Looking forward. Gimbal, you hear the sound of shifting rubble. As you turn, as a shadowy figure leaps to the ground behind you. And everybody else sees this as well.
Well, that's a shadowy
should-
finger.
Oh,
Right. People were
Leaps
ready in
down.
attacks to shoot and...
Here.
Ah!
Shoot it!
Down from behind you, as you glance up, you see a sort of balcony with a chair carved into the ceiling behind the door.
Ah,
Oh!
behind the entranceway?
Yes.
Okay.
oh.
So dick!
Nice.
So the...
Leaps to the ground behind you, blocking the exit. The creature appears to be nearly female, be a female nearly 8 foot in height with tall, pointy ears, a mangy mop of white hair, skin ashen gray with a tinge of purple, and a large almond-shaped eyes, jet black and soulless like a shark's. Her armor is black with 2 vicious shoulder spikes. A metal key hangs from a loop on her belt. The creature strikes a pose and flashes a toothy grin. A gesture that may be
My kind of woman.
quite caddish among her race. I don't actually know if that's how you say that.
It's about right.
But under the circumstances is horrifying. The vile thing speaks in a chirpy voice.
As it's
Hiya!
being shot.
What you doing?
Oh, questing,
Diplomacy
adventuring.
wasn't really on our agenda.
Hanging out.
I turn around and point my antler back.
Your
Don't
antler
fire
back?
Hmm?
What did you
I'm
point
pointing
back?
at her back.
Wait, does she know that we're back here? Is she looking
She
at
turns
them?
and goes, "Oh,
not us?
hi!"
Hi!
And she
Sprocket
waves what
walks-
looks like a round sword of some sort at you in her hand.
That
Which
weird.
is
I know who she is.
We all know who she is.
The sword has
Yeah.
a daisy
Ichi has no idea
motif
what's going on.
on the rather bulky and large guard of some sort.
How do you people know who she is?
Conrad's at a loss.
Wait, you guys haven't figured it out?
No.
We could. Well,
Would you like to enlighten the class?
Share.
We
Share.
can-
She's
It
Grimfoot's
really depends on
sidekick.
how much metagaming you want to do and how safe.
I was gonna say, we have been told we can slightly metagame this because it's a Grimtooth dungeon.
okay. Yeah, this is Grimtooth's crazy sidekick,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
she's insane. She's a psychopath. We should shoot her.
Oh,
Ichi's on board
Well,
with this
that-
plan.
So,
in that case, Sprocket
says-
walks up and
Well, you could.
And why would that go
Yeah.
poorly for us?
Sprocket immediately looks at his feet and looks around.
So, for reference, for the class, this is the image I get.
Jesus! Is that a chainsaw?
That is a
You know, so
chainsaw.
it's definitely
It is a
a round
chainsaw.
sword.
It is a,
Oh,
it's
oh,
a chainsaw.
that was her on the side of the map.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
She goes, "So what you doing?"
What image are you looking at?
Oh, I just held it up to the camera.
So for the
Sorry.
record,
And
I don't
everybody
see the
else's
camera.
camera freaked out
Roscoe
for
was
me,
ready to
so-
shoot the first thing that moved.
yeah, he did. Say
I would
that.
almost need some sort of check not to shoot her as she jumped down.
You could. What you gonna
I did.
do?
This is such a bad idea, but it's what happened.
Okay, if she's pointed.
We can apologize later.
Can.
To be fair, the way we think everything in this dungeon is made to kill us.
That's
so
a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
So this is your conjured arrow, right?
It is.
It fires straight from the crossbow, straight for her heart, and stops a foot away from her. She goes, "Ha!" And she turns, and it turns with her in the air. She goes,
Magic immunity.
Oh
Do blind fire.
shit! So Sprocket actually, you said she's like hereish
Yeah.
or a little bit further in.
"Yep." She goes,
Uh,
I've never seen a Delver put a light on the end of an arrow. Good idea.
Convenient.
I bet we could use that.
Sprocket will walk forward and go, "So why are you here?"
Pretty sure there's a.
You know, just wait for people to walk on in, get themselves killed, take the pole.
Can we take the pull and not be dead?
Yeah, I vote
Well,
that.
it's tricky if you're dead, but we've got ways around that too.
Yeah, I mean, there's spells for that. What's your name?
I'm Grimtina.
Oh my god.
That was her name.
As a player, give me a second. I need to process that one.
I have had months to process that one, and I barely pulled it off.
Conrad needs to process that one.
The party
He
is
was standing
stunned.
there with his forehead in one hand, just shaking his head back and forth slightly side to side.
Sprocket walks forward, extends a hand, and says, "Hi, I'm Sprocket."
Hi!
There's so a buzzer in Grimtina's hand.
Well, shit. I guess if it's that obvious, then, no, there's not.
I wouldn't have even been mad.
No, it'd be funny. And she grabs your hand, and she has hands like the size of your head. So she takes, like, your forearm and shakes it.
You're
and
big.
That sword is making an odd rumbling noise.
What's that? Points to the
Goes.
sword.
Goes,
Each is very
chainsaw!
uncomfortable with the whole situation. Just beyond uncomfortable.
What is a chainsaw?
Goes, well, this is boring. You want to play a game? If you solve my riddle, I'll let you go. If not, I'll show you how this works.
Sounds like a win-win.
Okay.
Sprocket likes riddles.
Sprocket turns to Roscoe and goes, "If we survive this, remember that."
Gimbal looks around and
nods.
says, "This carnival game is so realistic."
Sprocket wants a conjured chainsaw, let's be honest.
So, let's see. What's the good one? All right. What is the creature that walks on 5 legs in the morning, 3 hands at noon, and tolls bells of 3 in the evening?
Hold on. I know this one.
It's not the same riddle that you're thinking it is. It's not.
No,
Okay,
it's not the
so-
riddle of the
so-
Sphinx.
Sorry, say that again.
What's the creature that walks on 5 legs in the morning, 3 hands at noon, and tolls bells of 3 in the evening?
Walks on 5 hands in the morning.
5 legs at morning, 3 hands at afternoon.
Rev.
The hands, those could be the hands of a clock, right?
Those could
Hour
be the
hand, minute
hands.
hand, second hand. What's 5 legs? Pulls what at evening?
And tolls 3 bells? Or something like that? Keep proceeding. That makes sense. It was and tolls 3 bells?
And tolls bells of 3 in the evening.
That's a good riddle. Where did you learn it?
Yeah, the last guy who got stuck in one of the traps.
He told you a riddle? Who
He
does
thought we were
that?
going to let him out.
How do we know that you won't kill us anyways?
How could it possibly matter? Figure it out yet?
Well, I mean,
How do we know we can trust you?
Don't, but we at least know that we can delay the inevitable.
Didn't stop me from
So-
asking her.
I was going to suggest that, Stalker, that you mage hand that key off of her. Looks like it's not gonna be possible.
No,
She definitely has some sort of anti-magic field, which also means I'm going to be damn near useless if we have to fight her.
okay. AC is 41. Just keep that in mind.
This is what?
AC
Inspired-
is 41.
Conrad will say to Sprocket in unspoken. Nothing, actually. Never mind.
Seems very
Sprocket
appropriate,
hears
actually.
nothing.
Wait, you can read my mind, can't you?
No, I can't read. I can only talk in. Wait,
Oh, okay.
I don't think I have that yet. I eventually will get something that lets me read people's minds. I think I have a spell. Otherworldly Patrons, the Great Old One.
Well-
Detect Thoughts is a second-level spell I can take.
Your little fairy thing bird, whatever, can still be handy. And you are a bard. Inspiring.
Are you saying this in my head, I'm assuming? Or speaking unspoken, rather.
Yeah.
You said inspire you?
Well, you can be inspiring, and you still have your familiar, right?
No, I never summoned her.
Oh, that was Roscoe's familiar.
Right. Oh, you're a bad person. We can use if we need to, we can use the familiar to try and snatch the key.
We could.
All right. So, what's the answer?
Do we each get a guess?
This riddle is really hard. Did you get the answer right the first time?
Well, he didn't leave here alive.
So did you kill him because he didn't tell you the answer?
Do you know the
Revs
answer?
the chainsaw a few times.
You know what I
looking
think?
more and
I
more
think that
impatient.
you don't know the answer, and it's bugging you, and you want us to figure it out for you.
Grimteen,
What's your
Keep it
AC?
going, guys.
Indefinitely amused at this.
What's my AC? 13.
Yeah, Mister walked up into attack range.
Yep.
A clock, says Roscoe.
So
And he knows he's wrong.
and she goes.
Shouts it anyway.
He goes. Close enough. She whips the key to you. He goes, hey, take this. Tell my brother he's a dweeb. And she single bounds up to the balcony and walks out some obscured hallway. And you hear stone grind as the passage up there closes off.
Damn.
Wow.
I consider that a win. Nobody got chainsawed.
Yeah, really.
As a note, I
With
sent
her
Sturm a
plus
message.
21 to hit.
I sent Sturm a message. Sprocket's about to be very dumb.
Let me put it this way. She can't not kill you.
Yeah. And you cannot.
Well, I mean, I suppose technically she could, but the odds are
She'd have to roll
beyond
one.
astronomical.
What's her
Yeah.
plus to damage?
It's not. It's 10d10.
10d10. Yeah.
10 to
Minimum 10.
I'm also a little
Average
concerned
50.
that Bernard knew that.
Average 55, really.
I knew nothing of that. I do. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Bernard
Anything else
was
in that
bound
room?
to shoot her. Then I remember as a player who she is, and I just.
Well, Sprocket's none the wiser. He only kind of realizes how close he was to getting insta-gibbed.
What? Yeah, this is the... Okay, yeah. Yep.
What was
Yep.
the
She's
5
insane.
legs? I don't get, like... We got it right.
He's never going to give us that riddle.
It was close enough so it wasn't actually fully right.
It was a grandfather clock.
That makes more sense.
What's the 5th leg?
How does it stand on 5 legs in the morning?
Right.
Don't think about it.
No,
let's
it
just
was-
move on.
no, it's-
Fine.
Why do we care? Let's loot the place and run.
3 hands.
Gimbal genuinely does care, and he's been standing there drooling, trying to figure it out for the past 5 minutes.
Sprocket walks up to Gimbal. My brain hurts.
I do feel like that's like a false riddle, right? Like it's
Oh.
there just to make those of us who puzzle at riddles,
She is.
Who knows?
or it could just be a really damned good one. It's the nature of
Yeah.
riddles.
Who knows? Well, I didn't die. Check
Let's
that
loot the room.
box.
Loot the room.
Did
Uh,
Sprocket see his life just flash
so-
before his eyes?
Roscoe will
Definitely.
toss Sprocket the key.
There's an 8-foot-tall monstrosity almost rended you in half with a clearly magical artifact.
I believe
And I
that the
should
term
add-
or the phrase you were looking for is rent in twain.
Yeah, she skimmed the wall with it when she did her backswing. And on
Sparks
the
and
backswing
such.
just touched the wall. There's just a hole and dust where it hit.
Oh,
Okay. So
It cut
oh God,
into the
it's like-
stone.
it's a Looney Tunes axe or
Sprocket
chainsaw.
may have wet himself.
Like she went, and there's just like this,
An arc of
like a
just
band
straight
up
through
and a
stone.
band down, where her arc came.
Oh my God, it's a stone shaping chainsaw. Just go through
or
anything.
gnome shaping.
It's a most
All
things
right.
reshaping.
Flesh shading.
It's a chainsaw of bisecting.
Oh
All right.
my.
So,
Still
Anything in the
continuing to walk very carefully. Sprocket's going to look into the room.
All right.
Also
in the
the
room
key.
are a lot of stalactites.
Yes, I have the key.
Where is everybody going to walk? Does
I'm gonna stand. I say we stand like
I'm right
here to
behind
begin with.
Sprocket.
Let's put this light in the middle of the room so we can actually see, or at the far side.
Mage hand.
Okay. On the far side, you can now see on the far side of the wall a little clearer. It looks like there are mirrors hung on the wall in the back of the room.
Uh-huh.
Ah. So that light we were seeing at the back of the room was our own.
Nice.
That's
That's so good.
that's
good
just
trap.
I get to take a lot of
Oh.
credit for this room because they kind of like they that intro they wrote, but they definitely didn't think about it much. And I was like, even before you guys showed up, I was like, why would you just walk into the room with the whole party?
Yeah.
So I had to
Yeah.
groom tooth the room a little bit.
In the mirror, can you actually see up to where she was sitting, or is it too dark?
Well, I mean, you can see up now. It's not that high above you. It's maybe like the hallways are about 10 foot tall, and this room's like 20. Like it domes up.
Opens up. Okay.
But above yours, it's like, you know, like it juts out, which you wouldn't be too surprised by, but it's kind of like, instead of just being a little bit cut back, it's well cut back.
All right. Well, that was an interesting room. I'm glad we have this key. Maybe it goes to the other passageway. Shall we check?
Probably.
Bet that door is trapped without it.
Yeah, so the rest of this room is empty as I mage hand around the light,
Yeah.
aside
do
from the
we-
mirrors.
I'm having that problem of, do I tell players a thing because they're not thinking of it, and they're simply forgetting because it's a time problem?
We will.
Yeah. I can't
Search
help you
the room?
solve that problem.
I got it. Wait, no. No. I'm sorry. No. Particularly, I'm going to say, Roscoe, give me a investigation check.
Sure. Would like to investigate.
That is a crap roll.
Uh-huh.
6.
Key goes somewhere.
He goes somewhere.
The key goes
Key
somewhere.
Goes somewhere.
Oh, well, yeah.
Wait, did we? What? Elevator.
Isn't there another door over here?
Is this similar to the key that was in the elevator?
You didn't actually take out the key in the elevator, but it kind of looks like it. It's got the
Similar
big
size.
oversized fob end.
Didn't the key in the elevator had a number on it?
Also, the number, there is a number on this one.
Aha.
And it reads 24.
Oh, God.
I think.
The key to the elevator.
Let me, yes. It has a number 24 printed on it. I probably
Were
just
there
didn't
numbers
give you guys that
associated
one.
with the cardboard monsters?
Yeah, was there any writing on the back of the cardboard monsters or anything? Or
You didn't see it.
plywood, whatever they were? Okay.
Spent some time pouring on it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, back to the other room.
Yeah, let's... With this key in hand, let's stand aside and have the rogue check out the door.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I
check
thought
around
I was
the
gonna get
door.
to kill my first player.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I thought I was killing a player.
Sturm, I think I owe you a beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't have even been mad.
I was
totally
just
had
hoping
that
for a
coming.
distraction of some sort, and I'm happy she accepted. Grimtina accepted it in her capriciousness.
Bizarre way.
Yeah, that's Insta-Gib.
Wait, what is going on now?
That's
That's what her
would have
damage
been
would have been.
Grimtina's role.
Sprock gets
Awesome.
Sprock
Did you
gets
open
a
the door?
hair away from dying. Just dead.
Yeah.
Did you open the door?
We-
you
yeah,
guys
we,
wanted to
main
check the
door?
door for traps.
And check around for, like, that
Yeah.
hole that he saw before.
All right.
Yeah, I'm doing that kind
Let
of.
me do this.
Perception?
Yes.
19.
And a natural 1 on the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
With
So,
the other roll, I will
you
try
rolled a
to
19?
stab the key in my eye.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, you
yeah,
start checking
19.
around the door, and you walk up, and on the door, there is a sign that you carefully check around. You look, and it says "Open," and watch me spring into action.
Okay.
Does the door open out or in?
You
Can
don't
we
see
see
any hinges. As he steps up to check around the door, he hears click.
Oh, shit.
And the
Sprocket's
doorknob
gonna move.
fires off. At him. I'm gonna need a dexterity save. A good
I know
dexterity
that's not
save.
funny, but that's still hilarious.
Natural 20.
That's good. Great. Gonna need a dexterity save from Conrad.
You got this, Siege.
Let's see. What's the fairest line?
21.
Hey!
I guess
Hey,
it
that's
kind of
not
does
bad.
that actually. Oh jeez.
No, you can't get us both.
Well,
You're saying
because it's
Sprocket
going from the
accidentally stood
angle
on the-
of the door, so I'm like,
Oh.
Sprocket
correct,
accidentally
I'd like to
stood
try
on
to
the right
catch it.
side.
so it hasn't hit anyone yet. I need one from E-Tree.
Wait, can I try to catch it with one of my key points?
I feel like if anybody caught it, it would have been Bernard with his 20.
If you
Wait, I can
pass
catch
your
things.
your dexterity save, then yes.
Okay.
It's not an attack; it is a save. So
If Eitri catches this, he will be my hero.
Be my hero.
it probably wouldn't
Beat me
kill
in
you
the
right
head.
away.
Ah, shit.
No, he didn't roll a save.
Nope. He's like, ha! Whap! Ah! As he goes to catch it, and the several spikes that now are jutting out of the thing
Motherfucker.
stab straight into his hand. I'm gonna
Ouch.
Grim Tina's got it out for our monk.
5 damage. Which is really
That's
kind.
not too bad.
Considering
Not as
that
bad as
trap.
having his hamstrings sliced up.
Yeah, that's a hard trap to find, but
Dimitri just
kidding.
holds on to this weapon now.
it's a hard trap to find and a hard trap to dodge, but it's not too much damage. It's more well hidden.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty hilarious trap.
It really is.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I will say, Grimtooth has some of the greatest art.
Well, yeah, you can thank Steve Crumpton for that.
Oh yeah, he drew Grimtooth in your
In my DCC book because I didn't have
DCC
his
book.
damn book yet, and he told me to buy another one, and I went, no. I bought a
remember that.
$135 book. I don't need a second copy, man. I've kickstarted its face off. I don't need two. Thank you very much. I encourage people to buy it.
Please don't kick doors open.
Side note, that was a plan at one point, and one of our most foolish GM at the time decided you would still take poison from the door, because it was contact poison.
Yeah.
Please don't kick doors open. Last time we
Oh,
did
it
that,
actually
we
can be the
made an
solution to
entire-
some things. That's why
Yeah,
you have more
last
than
time we
one
did that, we
silly
made
kind
an
of trap.
entire- Thank you.
After they have been checked for traps. So,
All right. So, can we still open this door, or does
well,
it
it doesn't
look like
have a
the door
doorknob
was...
anymore.
But we have the doorknob.
In hand, as it were.
Okay. Okay.
Alex
I
is gonna
would
kill
I
me.
Which
My plan
If I ever
is
come to
use
Arizona, he's
mage
just going to
hand.
fire a firework
Yes.
at me. Sorry, what was
use
that?
mage hand.
And
But-
okay,
Let's just use mage hand for everything from now on.
I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna say that's gonna need to use your thieves' tools at this point, because you need to like grip the internal mechanics of a door.
The mage hand can use the thief's tools.
That is true. On another note, can't I simply grab the doorknob and stick it back into place?
It's got spikes on the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
it is.
that. There's
I think
also
it's
like it's only the
destroyed.
ball end, and there's like the shaft exploded when it fired
Oh.
off. And there's
It
like
wasn't supposed
bits
to be
everywhere.
used.
Like I don't mean exploded, like blasted apart, but I mean like it was a bunch of springs and things, and it's just everywhere.
Single-use
Rocket's also
doorknob.
going to look look at
was
it
never
after
supposed to be
notice
used.
on how to make it pop.
Okay, I'll use thieves' tools then. With my mage hand.
Okay.
Do you use your hands anymore?
Not in this place.
It's actually the smartest reaction I have seen of anyone.
Right?
Bernard
Because
is
who knows what
literally-
poisons are on the insides of doorknobs.
Bernard's literally been standing with his arms crossed for the past like hour and a half.
In his
Just
pockets, he's the
mage
most
hand.
innocent thief you've ever seen.
Yeah, hands in his pockets, mage handing the shit out of everything.
That's right.
Of course, he's not a thief. He's an arcane trickster. There's a big difference.
Yeah. What do I need to...
Just to check with your thieves' tools. I think it would be dexterity.
You can,
Okay,
you
it's
can apply your
dexter-
skill with the tools. You can roll the tools.
Yeah, you are
Oh,
proficient.
there we go. But just terrible.
Yeah, but it's not too hard. After a couple tries, you do manage to open it. And you open it up to dank hallway.
Oh,
For the record, I just want to say I think we should go back south.
I do too. Remember that first room we were in? We were in. We also have north to check in that one. So
Right.
we're just systematically going through rooms so we don't miss anything.
And it appears
clearing.
like you lose sight, but it looks like it opens off to the right and left.
We'll
And it's
toss our mage
wet
hand in
and
a little
slick in
further.
here. Dueling mage
Wet
hand.
and slick?
Yes.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
It's
It's
wet,
wet
in there.
and slick. I just don't...
Hmm.
Is there like a rock on the ground? Like, I just need a little pebble.
Well, there is now.
The one we have the light
Like,
on.
in fact, yeah, you mage handed. Oh, you didn't throw that. You just mage hand that in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
of
was
course.
because I was gonna take some sort of like pebble and just kind of like try to lightly throw it across the ground to see how much it just skims.
No, I'll just pass you this and let you do that.
It splats and slides a ways. I mean, but it's not.
So it's not
a
like
shoot
extra.
fast.
Okay, all right.
But it does. It's definitely like lubricated.
Mm,
Interesting. I'm not a fan.
no, that's
Anybody for
bad news.
lubricated gnome? Somebody tie a rope to me.
Aha, yeah. Roscoe happily
Uh,
does so.
I'll grab the second rope out of the Is
Bag
that?
of holding.
Oh, there it is. Yep, I'll grab the second one out of there and tie one end to my waist and checking my steps, checking before I step, like kind of gingerly step on it to see how ridiculously slick it is. And I'm assuming like Roscoe and
Yep, Eitri.
Conrad
I just
have a
hand
hold.
it to Eitri. Giant
Yeah.
Hulk and orc. He should be able to hold you.
Conrad advises you not to be ginger, but actually to pick your feet straight up and put them straight down, like you're marching. But don't roll. Walk flat-footed.
I mean, Sprocket's kind of just checking out, like, does he slide around a bit? Is it like standing on ice?
No. More like. How to describe? More like somebody dropped a large vat of like strawberry preserves.
Roscoe,
Like it's slimy
can't you press-
and a little viscous.
Can't you prestidigitation things clean?
Slowly, bit by bit.
Fair. Wait a minute. What was that other use for identify? Oh, no, that was not identify. It was like, that was detect magic, and that was seeing what spells people have on them. Yeah. Never mind. And that's me that has it anyways.
Preserves.
Preserves.
No, it's literally a hallway filled with jam. Well,
Well, shall I keep going? I guess I'm actually inside now.
we've got a rope. I mean, just holler
All
and
right,
we'll pull you back.
I see a hallway that one branch is left, one branch is right. There is a T. I feel like
You
an
be
ass.
careful. Check for
Um,
traps.
I'm literally checking every step I take.
Every move you make.
Every. Damn it!
he'll
I
be
don't remember the
watching
last.
you. So,
There's yeah.
choose left or right. It's the same to us from here. Roscoe just edges up to the corner, but doesn't step on the gooey stuff.
All right, you step up to hit there. Give me a actually perception.
Passive
You
perception
hear this
13.
droning noise.
Droning. Like bees?
Or like a wallow.
If it's bees, it's a lot of bees.
Which can I tell which direction it's coming from?
That sounds more like it's coming from the left.
I will cast minor illusion. I can obviously see what I can see with my line of sight.
Yes.
Can I cast Minor Illusion of an image of myself right here?
Sure.
And wait and listen to see if the sound changes?
Okay. Nothing appears to.
I'm going to turn around and kind of whisper to Roscoe. Can Roscoe hear this too, or is it just me?
You're
Like,
the one that's
you know.
heard it so far.
I'll
It's
make
not-
a motion quiet and to listen.
Okay, so I will make a concerted effort to listen.
From where you're standing, you hear this soft droning noise coming down the hall.
Yeah, and I'll point to the left.
Hmm.
Sprocket?
Yes.
As you're doing this, there's this sharp, incredibly painful stinging sensation from behind your ear.
No.
Like, if I go to
Like-
feel, do I feel anything?
Like you react, like reflex slap at it that hard. Not
Yes.
like, oh, like a little, yes. Give me a wisdom save.
Wolf. Wisdom. Hey, I've got a good modifier for that. Well, I wish I rolled better. That's a 14.
You do not scream from the pain.
Okay. I'm going to like.
You
Slowly,
slap
quietly
away a bug about the size of like your first section of your thumb, with like a kind of a fat body that has a long a segment, like a long thin section, and then a fat bulb on the end with a nasty curved stinger.
I smack it and like turn around to see if it was behind, like if there's more behind me.
Not that you can see, but it's not very big.
So I observe
there's
this?
one or two in the air, it looks like, though.
In the air?
Yeah, it has wings. It flew onto you.
Oh. You said these are like small. Oh yeah, you said they're like that big.
Yeah, they're about that big. It's like a mix between like almost a scarab beetle and a yellow jacket.
Horrible.
I will. I'll like start walking back and try to point to them and like holding my ear.
Okay, it's throbbing. There's a big welt behind your ear where it stung.
Okay. Roscoe motions to Eitri to just pull him back.
Yeah.
Pulling.
Alright. Eitri follows.
No, not follows. Pulls him back out of the hole.
Yeah, I think he meant he's doing it. Yeah, so I come back.
Okay.
Ow.
What's meta, lad?
I got stung by some piece of shit bug. They're these little flying things. Did I seem to kill the one that I smacked?
No. You stunned it.
Hellish rebuke. I'm joking.
I was actually looking through my spells and really thinking about thunder waving.
I could see how many I can get with a sleep.
You could! Is sleep a first level or is that a?
It's first level. You can jack it up.
I mean, we probably don't need to.
We should probably leave the bees well enough alone. Anything down there interesting enough to be worth it?
I didn't see. I got stung before I was able to see how badly is my head throbbing.
You ever been stung by a yellow jacket?
Nope.
Sucks.
They hurt like a motherfucker.
Yes.
They don't. Like many varieties of wasp, they don't stop stinging. They get to sting over and over again because the stinger isn't barbed.
Yep.
Okay.
They're nasty.
Ichi wants to just hit them with his book.
Are we standing on honey?
Functionally, yes.
Are we in a giant bee's nest?
Are you going to touch the liquid at the substance at your feet?
I'm going to, since we know that Eitri, is it okay if I dump out that vial of, that we now know is probably was hot water?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna dump that out and, actually, I'm gonna dump it onto the stuff and see if there's any reaction. That was the water from that cavern back south.
Okay.
Any reaction?
You're just
any
dumping the
reaction?
water on it? It mixes in.
Okay. I will have either Bernard or Roscoe Mage hand it to pick some of this stuff up with it.
Got it.
And try to see if we can figure out what the hell it is.
Smells like strawberries.
He said functionally, not actually. Conrad,
No,
do you
it doesn't
know much
smell. Yeah, it
about
doesn't
bees?
smell like it is. Like texture and functionality is like fruit preserves.
Conrad, do you know much about insects?
There's a sickly
Somewhat.
sweet smell.
Somewhat oddly, rangers actually don't get a bonus to nature.
Really?
Really?
Not
I think
inherently.
it's a skill you could choose, but you don't automatically get it necessarily.
Fair. I'm just wondering in your travels.
Well, I rolled a 16 on a nature check.
Well, you haven't heard of these, but I mean, it's a stinging insect. And it didn't, from what you were told, it didn't die when it stung. So, it's probably aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I say I know anything in particular?
Alright, so I will sniff the vial.
Okay, I'm going to put something hilarious. So you're going to sniff the vial?
Yep.
It's awful.
Ugh.
Up close to your face, it's like scraping a grease bucket. Like the trap in a restaurant sink.
Oh. Okay, nice. Like sewage. Okay.
Oh, much worse than that.
Yeah. Moldy, rotten, nasty, horrible.
Cooked sewage.
Yeah.
So, my idea about going south.
Getting better
Throw that
all the
out there,
time.
man.
Actually, I'm coming back to the idea of burning those wooden signs.
Say. Because, one of the things I do happen to know is that some flying insects, bees in particular, tend to
Not like
chill out
smoke.
and smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke
Should
'em
we
out.
go grab a couple and light them and send them down the way and see what happens?
Now,
She's
Also, that
behind
means
this plan and wants to go get them now.
we'll
Big
be able
strong
to
monk.
see
Go, go, go.
precisely Dick inside, but because the big thing is this dungeon's different than the ones we've been in before. We have to check every room for treasure. Well, we don't have to. Ideally, we should check every room for treasure.
That looks like a
Agreed.
bee's nest.
it is a bee's nest.
I'm not
What
going in a
better
bee's
place to-
nest.
What better place to put a treasure than in a bee's nest?
Up to you then.
All right, I'm on board with the plan of going to get some wood.
Yep.
Mind the gap.
Yeah. So, are we gonna like put? I put
Wait
the
a minute.
door to.
Oh, never mind. Continue.
I close. I put the door to so that it's like not closed, but
Separated.
Not wide open either, letting all the insects through.
right.
So, do we go get some wood or
So
what?
Let's go get some of the
Idris.
smaller ones.
let's hurry-ish. I gotta go in 10 minutes.
Can we do that without incident?
Good to know.
As long as we remember to look for the hole in the floor.
Sure.
Okay. So
Alright.
we bring back like what 3 or 4 of them, and who can light the? Prestidigitation can light things on fire.
We've got lots of ways to set things on fire.
All right, so you go grab
so-
some of the stands.
Yep.
Yep.
And we slide them down the corridor and light them on fire. Let's see what happens.
All right. So you grab some of the cutouts, the smaller ones, and kind of slide them down the hallway like sleds.
Yes, precisely
yeah.
so.
Right? You do. I'm not sure what your
And light
goal
them
is
on
with
fi-
this, to be honest.
I don't
trying to
know
smoke-
either. I'm just curious to see
we're
how the
trying
insects
to
react.
Smoke them up like
Okay.
we would with bees, to see if it will calm them down.
Okay, so you're gonna try and light some boards on the ground.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. How?
Prestidigitation might be a little weak for this purpose.
Or a
Torches.
torch.
Yeah. Light a torch.
I'll just
then light the
I'll
board.
put a torch, light a torch, put the torch on one, and like make sure it lights a bit, and then send it down.
All right. You have a smoldering torch sitting on top of planks of wood, pushed down a hallway. As it sits there, more of these insects start landing on top of the wood.
This is good. This is good. How many of these insects?
Yeah, is it like
Then 4, then 10. How long do you wait?
Critical mass.
Define.
only?
Like,
Only a
I
couple
want the
of,
board
like-
covered in insects.
Well, there's 3, then 10. Then a couple more minutes goes by, and there's definitely about 20 on there. A few more seconds goes by, and a bunch more show up.
Yep. Watching and waiting.
And then it's like, it starts to become like they start flying around, and they're starting to fly onto the walls as they come around, and fly down onto the board, and starting to notice that the walls are starting to look like they're moving.
Wonderful.
Well,
Now.
I think
If
Sleep.
somebody's gonna go, now's the. Oh, yes.
Steve, did you just interrupt your own comment to approve?
Now, you guys think I should whammy it up or just do the lower level one?
Whammy it up.
Whammy it up. We're,
All right, here we
we're
go.
gonna have a long rest soonish.
Level 2, sleep.
Whammy it up all the way to level 2.
That's all I can do.
I know. I'm just.
It's a
Normally
big
be
deal
like
for
a
me,
level-
this level.
Oh no, I agree.
That is 78 worth of hit dice.
Hopefully they don't have many.
34.
All right.
That was kind of a crap roll. Yeah, it was an average roll.
They all are still moving.
All?
All.
Son of a.
Yeah, we shouldn't have touched this. I
So,
vote we go test the other door down
Yeah,
there.
I'm good with leaving this area.
No, let's just kill him.
or
No.
either kill them,
Dragon
or
breath.
if somebody, or they're in there, they're calm, they're chilled out. Somebody just go. And
Did
one of the
anybody else
dragon
hear-
bros that's immune to poison. Somebody here's immune to toxin. The orc's immune to toxins.
The
The orc
dwarf
is
has
not
a-
immune to toxics,
do it.
but good try.
The dwarf.
Sprocket,
Resistance.
while
not
kind
immune.
of talking to this, actually, Bernard is Bernard still standing? Like, everyone's tokens should be where they actually are.
Mine is.
Okay.
Mine is too.
Mine is too.
Sprocket's talking, and Bernard, okay, is not there.
Yeah, I prefer
Okay,
to
so
be
those
here
two are
while
talking at
we
the
roll the
entrance.
trap.
Got it.
I'm having very bad vibes out of this.
So we also have a thing like acid breath.
That's what I was saying. We just have the Dragon Bros breathe their fire on the burning thing and kill a
None
bunch
of
of
them
them.
have fire. It's acid and poison.
No,
Whatever
Yeah.
it is. It'll probably kill
Still.
the
I don't.
Combined acid cones.
There could be a million more of them down there.
There could
Yep.
be.
I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in going down there or doing anything with that.
God.
yeah, I'm
Damn
not
it,
interested in
Stern.
messing up with it.
Oh, like that's original.
I know it's not.
You know, I have a book with that written in it.
Is it this book?
No, it's the book that me
All right.
and Fry Guy wrote while sitting at the table. When we invented the Beo-Macer and the Barrow-Macer.
Oh my god.
All right.
Circle
Well,
of
it
bear.
sounds like half the party's kind of saying we shouldn't. So I say we just cut our losses and go proceed south.
Thank you.
Very well.
Alright,
Yeah.
did you walk away?
And close the door.
And leave some more burning wood outside it.
So, who's
Mhm.
closing the door?
My
Fuck the
vision.
door.
Not
I'm
e-
just gonna go get some more burning wood, pile it up right here, and set that on fire too, and then leave.
Okay. Well, while you're doing this, whoever, like, Sprocket's standing there,
Sure, I'll be the one that closes the
you
door.
hear a,
Rocket, I will mage and
Like
but
a-
you can close the door.
grinding noise
Oh.
From the other side of the door.
from inside the cavern, yes.
Yep, closing the door.
Well, that seems
And then
worth
back-
investigating.
And then backing off.
Alright. I think that's a good place to leave it for the night.
Oh,
So do
Very
you get
well.
experience for not getting killed by
Actually, a
underhand
lot.
knees.
Like,
Really?
getting the key was DCC for experience.
Oh,
Sweet!
So,
deadly encounter.
yes.
It is a deadly encounter.
So, let's see.
Also, I think we
So
need
yeah,
to
that
kind
should
of.
be grand total for you guys, 500 XP apiece.
Whoa! That puts me up over 5,000.
And
5,200. All right.
I'm
We make
29 now.
strides.
Does that mean I level up?
I just think it's funny that you guys, pun unintended, somehow managed to beeline straight to the key.